Then the next shloka tells us the more common form, Arunam. She is read, Karunatarangitakshim. Waves of compassion emanate from her eyes. Dhrita Pashankusha Pushpabana Chapam. The Pasha, the noose, Ankusha, the elephant goad, Pushpabana, the 5 arrows, and Chapa, the sugarcane bow. She is holding these. The inner meaning of these would have been discussed the other day, wherein the elephant goad is Krodha, the Pasha is Kama, then the Dhanus, the bow, the sugarcane bow is the Manas, and the 5 arrows are the 5 Tanmatras, the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. So she is holding these in her hand. Animadhvir avratam mayukhaihi. So mayukha means rays of light. So obviously Devi is very effulgent. The rays of light that emanate from her are anima, etc. That is to say, these siddhis, these are the avarana devatas. So when we spoke about the name Lalita yesterday, we mentioned that she transcends the lokas and therefore she is Lalita. And then we also mentioned that the word loka refers to the avarana devatas of the Sri Chakra. So the word loka on its own actually means light. That is why the light of the sun is called Surya Aloka, that by which we see. That is why it is called Aloka or Loka. So these rays that emanate from her body are the Anga Devatas of the Sri Chakra. She is surrounded by those. Animadibhiravratam mayukhaihi. And then here is the beauty. Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim. I meditate upon Bhavani as my own aham iti, as my own self. So whatever is flashing within me as aham, that is this Bhavani whom I am meditating upon. Just as Bhagavad Pada says in the Dakshinamurti Stotra, Ahamityantas Phurantam Sada Swatmanam Prakati Karvati. Dakshinamurti reveals his own self, which shines in each and every living being as that sense of I-ness.